Okay, dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. All right, let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm. Get a few things situated while we get a couple of people to come in. Mm. Yes, sir. Okay. Okie dokie. Don't worry. Damn, Tim Hardaway Jr. on the bench too. Fuck. Mm, mm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mm, 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 mm. Boom, 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 boom. I gotta figure out a way to get these comments in conjunction here. I'll figure that out one of these days. I will. Oh, no, 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 no. Get this. Oh, I did not go live over here. No wonder. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. Mm, 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 mm. 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 Mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm. Let's go to NBA. Let's go to NBA. Okay. All right. Um, right here. Right here. Oh, look at my boy Patrick. What's happening? Yeah, Wemby. That's your team, or is Dallas your team? That's your team, or is Dallas? Come on now, you got to say it now, Pat. I forgot. That's one of them, though. It's one of them now. Come on now, don't switch on me. You got to be straight up with me now, Pat. Was it Dallas or was it? I think it was San Antonio, though. I think it was San Antonio. Don't switch on me now. All right, yeah, 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 yeah. Bet. Bet. I knew it was them. I just wanted to see. Boy, did he cook. Jesus Christ. That boy looks like that boy got some work, man. He gave their ass some work last night. Yeah, I would have to be overall. I would have to be a Spurs fan as well, especially coming through the Duncan era. Man, yes, he's going to be a problem. That motherfucker is a problem. Shout out to him though, man. Damn, he was putting their ass in the blender yesterday. Man, there's got to be a way to, let me see, without messing anything up. So it will let me reply. Big, what up? And what up, Big Slim? It's back. Tiffany, yo, Tiffany with the Knicks. How about them Knicks, right? Look at them Knicks. Tiffany, them motherfuckers came to play yesterday, didn't they? Damn, man. Let me see. It's got to be a way, because this is a different program here. That Houston OKC game was a great way to open up the season, wasn't it, man? Wasn't it? Definitely was box office there. That was box office for sure. It's got to be a way for me to display my chat, and I will figure this out for sure, right? I like for the chat to be at work listening to me. How about them boys? Yeah. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I can't. Hey, I'm already knowing, girl. I already know. I thought Cleveland was finna bust that butt yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I did think Cleveland was going to get with them. Um, I'm just getting used to this new program because the other program that I was using, some reason it's not handling. It's not handling. Um, I already had my first sale Kawhi points. Utah went off, didn't they? Didn't they, man? I got sold. A lot of my straights. Let me see. So I had get ready a backtracker. I'm still working on this backtracker right here that I got. But and I can send somebody the link if they want to use this, right? If they want to use this for yourself. Um, but uh, some wins and losses yesterday. Let me see. I went. I thought I was going to play more straights than I did, but I just scaled back. At the end of the day, damn, I didn't even know that. I meant to look at it yesterday. You said Jackson went 5 or 6 in back-to-back nights. Jackson on point for NBA. Okay. All right. Hey. I'm just trying to tell you, man. It is what it is. You can download it for free. I don't know if it did it do that. It must have did that on your end or did it do that on my end from the videos I was posting. Either way, that's good. That's good stuff, man. But yesterday, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 3. But I took L's all across the board. The straights 5 and 3. I only put 1 on tails. I started to, but I said, man, I started to dump all the straights over there and stuff. But I had to remember, like, bro, we need some more time. We need some more time, right? Before I throw the house or some shit. A parlay, that's one thing. You need one thing. I didn't even put that up. I put Mark Williams up there, and on tails, it didn't get there. We're still gonna need some time. Still gonna need some data. Still gotta see how these rotations work out. I got smoked yesterday with parlays and everything, bro. Everything. Pat said I have cashed different apps every night. Nice. I fucked up a +1. I fucked up 100% boost and a 50% boost yesterday from FanDuel. I straight smoked it, like fucked it right on up, and that's crazy work. That's crazy work. But, you get those times. I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? NBA is here. And not afraid, shame to say, when I get my ass lit up, right? So it is what it is. But we will be better. I will be better. We will be better. I ain't getting no younger, for sure. Let me refresh this. So, 2 games today. I was looking at the bench here. And just looking, right? Tim Hardaway Jr., Schroeder, Bruce Brown, Big Slim. I went 1 for 6 on my 6-man parlay, still a profit. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You gotta, ain't nothing wrong with that. Love it. Glad you hit 1. Jalen Pickett, Curtis Jones, and Jonas Valanciunas. Dayron Holmes. Just looking at some on the back end, some of these bench players, right? Let me go back here. Bang. Let me take a look at. What about some of these Golden State Warriors bench players? They didn't go over to. They didn't transfer Golden State Warriors play. Oh, there they go. Moody. He might be. Melton. Those guys are hurt. Gary Payton. Take that off Denver. He played 12 minutes last game. Buddy Hield. He had the 3-ball working. He played 22 minutes. Took 10 threes. Something good to know there. Al Horford is going to be an interesting candidate. His rebounds sitting at 4.5. I feel like his service is going to be needed. Blindly, I'm going to track this play blindly, so I'm going to put that up there. How do I? Okay, track bet over here. I'm going to track that Let me see. Let's see. View all bets. Wait a minute. Mike Williams. Go back. So Al Horford didn't go up there. Let me put Al Horford up there because I want to try. I want to put that up there. Al Horford track bet. Why do you track this bet? I'm just going to put lean right there, and then boom, right. Add that up there. Trace Jackson Davis, Quentin Post. Okay. All right. I just want to take a look at the bench real quick. Go back to this OKC game, and then we'll check things out. So Thunder, OKC, Pacers, right? So this is a right now. As of right now, I'm going back and forth. Right, I'm using Prop Finder, things like that. I supposed to. I haven't cut a deal with anyone yet, but that's remained to be seen. So we'll see what's going to happen there. Let me check my DMs to make sure I don't have any DMs in my on my X, and okay, I'm good there. Now, at the end of the day here, I'm probably gonna be using Donk a little bit more for right now so right now we have a 7. Let me go to props in this game. Man, the gambling is shit. What the hell? It says ESPN just quietly removed their ESPN Bet logo during a segment on Terry Rozier and Chauncey Billups' gambling arrest this morning. That's crazy right there. That's some shit. They quietly removed the logo. That's crazy as hell. Y'all gonna see that. Gambling. They gambling. Okay? But what if you're gambling for your overs, right? What if you're gambling? I mean, what, man? No, I got a video. I might do a reaction to this. I got a video. Terry Rozier, this shit crazy as hell. All right, though. 7.5 spread. OKC, Indy +7, of course. Over under 232. Yeah, for sure, Pat. For sure. Over under 232 in the spot. OKC money line -280. ESPN bet you'll probably get the best number. Profit X, you'll probably get that Indiana money line at 280. OKC points, the points total is sitting at 119.5. If you like the team total for Indiana 112.5. Interesting, right? So we're dealing with a decent amount of injuries here. Looking at the game overview, so we'll see. It's very important for you to be following Underdog NBA, so don't get it twisted, and don't forget that, right? Injuries and things like that. Caruso's out this time, right? So Wallace day to day, whatever. We know there's a few other guys that's out. I can view them all right here. Case and Wallace. Dort day to day, so we'll see what's going to happen with the Dort news later. Jalen Williams, Kenrich Williams, and whatever, Isaiah Joe, those guys are out, right? Go back here to Indy side of things. Of course, Tyrese Halliburton's out for the season. TJ McConnell's out. Cam Jones. There should have been some other people out, or let me not do that to them, right? So it is what it is. Props. This will be the first game for the Pacers here. And, I don't know, man. After a game like that OKC had, that should put them right into they should put them round them right into form, right? Right now, what we're going to be looking at right now, we're going to be waiting on injury news for somebody like Dort, right? So, but at the end of the day, you got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I can't talk you off any of his numbers. He just took 26 shots. And of course, they needed a double overtime in that game. But I expect the pace of this game to be up a little bit more. So we'll see what's going to happen here, right? His points are definitely self-explanatory at 32.5. You don't need me to tell you if you want to get there or not. Pace-up matchup could cause for more assists for him or anything like that. He did take 9 3-pointers last game, right? And we was talking about that. They're going to be bigs versus the Houston Rockets. There were bigs down there. You're going to have to, force his hand a little bit and shoot a few jump shots. And a lot of those were threes, right? He took 9 threes, so that's very interesting. The rebounds in a matchup like this at 4.5, I can't talk you off of it. And we got the playoff matchups right here. All the games right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He did go over his rebounds a few times in that series. He was 4 and 3 to the rebound number at 4.5. So I couldn't talk you off of that. Assist at 6.5. Just whatever, right? His usage should be, just like I said, a tad bit higher. And, I think he's in line for, to score his points, to get his points, right? With all the injuries they're dealing with. Keep an eye out on Dort. We need that Dort news, because that's going to be helpful for some of these other guys that we're probably going to look at on the other side of the ball too. Kason Wallace, points in at 9.5, 8.5. Couldn't talk you off that number. He took 10 shots versus Houston. He went 3 of 8 for 3. So I off his points number right there if you want to get there in a matchup like this. Losing Dort, we need to see if he's going to be in or out. He went 0 for 8 for 3 last game, right? So, like I said, big lineup, can get to the basket, but he is a 3-and-D guy, so you're going to always look at him for threes, right? I usually like to look at him for threes at home, but, it is what it is, right? 10.5 points for him, I don't know. But he did take 8 threes, and we have 3-point attempt props and stuff like that, right? Speaking of 3-point attempt props and stuff like that, how about we just go take a look at it, right? Let's see. Dort, 5.5 3-pointers attempt. They got it as a goblin right now, probably because they don't have any news of him going to be in or out. 5.5 3-pointers attempt for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Remember, he took 9, but that was a big team, right? So they probably forced him to take a few jump shots and things of that nature. I don't know what's going on with Jamal Murray's hair, but he's got 5.5 3-point attempts right there. 3.5 for Kason Wallace. That's interesting. That's very interesting. 3.5 3-point attempts for him. It is what it is. Okay. Aaron Wiggins, 4.5. Aaron Wiggins. So let's go back to Doink here and Chet Holmgren. He took 5 threes. He went over his line, but he had 28 points. Now, I know he's going to get people. Man, people going to love to come. People going to love to see that if he could be more aggressive this year and be more efficient this year, and get up there in that 20 points range. You know what I'm saying? People are going to like that. But being a second 2A over here, 17.5 points. I probably wouldn't take the under here. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to take this. I'm going to track this bet, meaning I'm going to put it over here. Did I take notes? Did I take this bet? I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. Why did you take this bet? I'll just say it's a lean. I say strong lean. Strong lean. And keep it moving, right? Track that. Other things you can look at for him, his rebounds are sitting at 7.5. Smaller Pacers team today. So I can see instances where there's possibility he could get to his rebounds. No minutes limit or nothing like that. He played 38 minutes last game, of course. Like I said, it was a double overtime. But at the end of the day, if his services will be needed, then, he can get down. So I can't talk you off anything. Fantasy score, that could be interesting as well. As he does go out there and gets blocks, he'll be around some smaller guys. So it is what it is with that situation. Fantasy score can definitely blocks are worth 3, steals are worth 3, right? So that's something that you can look at there. Speaking of a smaller team, you got somebody like Isaiah Hartenstein. Like I said, we're battling injuries over here, and Hartenstein can be in play for his rebounds. So shout out to Hartenstein. He did play 37 minutes last game. He only had 8 rebounds, but he had to deal with a multitude of rebounders. When you talk about Steven Adams, Şengün, Durant, Clint Capella. So shout out to him for going in and sticking in there. Now his assist prop is sitting at 3.5. He's shown the ability to hit this. As you can see, he had 5 assists last game. Throughout the series of the Indiana series, he went over this number 3 of his 7 games in the Indiana series. And if you want to get technical, I haven't looked at his last 30 games though, but the last 30 games he's went over this number in 11 of his last 30 games. Remember, pace-up matchup, not a lot of rim protection for this Pacers team, so it's a possibility he can hit his rebounds. It's a possibility he can hit his double-double. It's a possibility grabbing the rebound, he can make the right plays. You know what I'm saying? So the assists are in play for him, okay? Right now the double-double sitting at plus 200, okay? Plus 200. He's coming off a game where he had 6 points, 8 rebounds. Like I said, in the midst of the trees, we'll see what's going to happen. Can it happen? It definitely could. What is his points plus rebounds or his full PRA line? How about some of his combos? Let's see what the line is. Rebounds and assists, 12.5. PRAs, 23.5. Points plus assists, 13.5. And points plus rebounds, 19.5. So points plus rebounds are important because if you feel like you got a big man or something like that, you feel like he can score a lot of points, he's just in a good spot, then points plus rebounds could be, a play, right? Double-double can get you points plus rebounds. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different ways, right? One can outweigh the other and you can still get there. On the bench, like I had to go back and look at some of the bench guys here. Going back to the bench here, Isaiah Joe, no, lines or nothing like that. Aaron Wiggins, I got it on last 30. How about we go back to the last 10? He played 20 minutes last game. He did take 8 shots, 5 threes. So that's something that you could definitely take a look at. There will be no Caruso. So, that could be like an extra bump for somebody like Wiggins coming off the bench and stuff like that. So keep an eye out on that situation. Don't know what are his lines? Eight shots, 12.5 points, 1.5 threes. 1.5 threes could be intriguing to me. 1.5 threes could be intriguing to me. I'll keep that in mind, right? I'll put this up there so I don't forget it, right? So I'll track it so I don't forget it. I wouldn't even put a lean or nothing right there, but I'm just going to track it so I don't forget it. Just add it to the list, okay? That 1.5 threes. Andrew Nembhard, man. Woo-wee. This is going to be interesting here, right? Matter of fact, let me go back one time. Let me see something. Let me go back to these bench guys real quick. Let me see something. And it's without. Let's go without Jalen Williams. I don't want to get too technical. Let's just go without Jalen Williams. And let me see something. So Aaron Wiggins without Jalen Williams, he's over his 3-point line in his last 10 games. 7 of 10. He averaged 18 points. What? What's up, J-Man? What's going on, my guy? I got smoked yesterday on the straights, man. I got smoked. And the parlays. I got smoked. Smoke. Coming back with a vengeance. But without yeah. Mm, mm. When was this? Naismith under 14.5 points. I think Jackson put that play up there too. Let's take a look real quick. If you guys didn't catch my Jackson video, you can take a look here. They like Golden State Warriors money line. Oklahoma City Thunder -7. Cameron Johnson over 22.5 PRAs. They have Aaron Naismith under 14.5 points. So J-Main, they like that as well. Isaiah Hartenstein under 23.5 PRAs. Don't know how I feel about that. I don't. Murray over 3.5 rebounds. That game, I think there's a multitude of people who can get there and they rebounds. We'll see what's going to happen, right? So that's what they look like. And Jackson does like that. He ain't over. He ain't go over none of those chip games, right? I want to see what's going to happen with like Dort and stuff like that, man. You know, that number could possibly drop. So if you really like it, it could probably drop to a 13.5. You never know. I haven't looked at the line. Let me see what that line look like. Player points. It's already at 13.5. So if you got in at a good number, FanDuel sharp, man. What we got here? What we got here for? What we got for? Yeah, you better do it because FanDuel are down already, man. They down at 13.5 already. Points over under. Now you get it 14.5. See, FanDuel's been the sharp book, man. They being sharp, so remember that. Remember that, okay? Remember that, right? So they being sharp. You got to catch FanDuel with their pants down late as hell. You ain't miss it. If you got DraftKings, you got it right here. You can get it at 14.5. DraftKings, they got it at 14.5. 365. 365. 14.5 -110. Out of those three books, it looks like DraftKings got the best number. But FanDuel being sharp, man. They've been being sharp. So let's go back to where we were. Right, so without Williams, Aaron Wiggins had some nice games, okay? He's averaging 18. He's had some outlier games, of course. That's the last 10. How about the last, I don't know if they have that many games, but okay, last 15. He's over his threes in 9 of 15. How many minutes did he average? 27 minutes. Without Jay Williams, without Caruso. Let's see. Okay. Assist, block, turnovers. His rebounds and assists, 11 of 15. 73% rebounds and assists. After you finish, check out Kason Wallace. Rebounds and assists. Great look. Caught it Tuesday. Bet. Kason Wallace. So, I mean, just looking at this here, without Caruso, I could actually take the Caruso down. I really want to see without Williams. Without Williams, he looks okay, right? His line is sitting at 12.5. Don't know if I'll get there, but the 1.5 threes, I'm a semi sucker for threes, and they're gonna probably need some shooting, and the 1.5 threes, I think I like it. And with the possibility of Dort probably not being there, I put the 1.5 threes to the side already. Something we could probably take a look at. Kason Wallace, I do need to run another check on Kason Wallace too. So let's see. Kason Wallace hit a couple threes yesterday too, I believe. Last game or whatever, first game this season, whatever. Dort, Wallace. You got in on his rebounds and assists. Last 15. How about we go back to the last 10 games? In a spot like this, we could probably look at his PRAs too, but because his points prop is sitting at 8.5. His rebounds and assists is the line is at 6.5. He had 12 last game in a big pace down matchup. So this should be more of a pace up matchup here, and he did play 41 minutes last game, but he played a lot of minutes. That's pretty good too, right? So how about without Jalen Williams? Let me see what he's done. Average around 10 points, so the 8.5 points could be in play here. A few times, a few games, he hit his threes in the last 10. The rebounds, though. The rebounds, sitting at 3.5. He showed the ability to, whatever. It's gonna be interesting to see who's gonna be guarding. 2.5 assists. He's over in 2 of 3. The steals, that's gonna put him in line for some of the fantasy score. Okay. That's gonna and a few blocks there. That's gonna put him in line for his fantasy score. Okay. PRAs over in 6 of 10. Steals and plus blocks. He's 90% in his last 10 games. He's over this line at 1.5. And that also, like I said, contributes to his fantasy score. If you see a fantasy score, you get that fantasy score just wraps everything together. And, wraps everything together. So let's take a look real quick. Wallace, fantasy score. 22. If he get a block and a steal, that's 6 points. 22, huh? Let me see. Let me go over here to Prop Finder here, and I'll go to small forward. Let's just go here. Let me go to rosters real quick. All players. K-Sound Wallace. How do I get to the roster, man? Depth chart. K-Sound Wallace. So they usually have their fancy points here, but I don't see them. Okay. Home away losses back-to-back Thursday. Similar defense. Current team playoffs without injured with starters. So they steady update. They have a home filter away, a win, a loss, a back-to-back, a Thursday. Oh, for the day of the week. Okay. Similar defenses, current team, playoffs without injured. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm going through the motions on both apps, just trying to see what I could, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't talk you off his points though. I mean his fancy score. 22, something like 8 points or something like that. But if you think he can get to 10 points, that 9 points, that points prop could be in jeopardy. He's over in 7 of 10. And then the assists, 50% to his assists, and his rebounds is over in 7 of 10. So the rebounds and assists could be in play. The PRAs, right? Probably the PRAs because he can't give you a couple turnovers. PRAs, you could look at the whole damn kid and caboodle. So I'm not opposed to going there, right? So I in this matchup, with the minutes that he could play, I think it's an okay spot there. So couldn't talk you off of that. So I can't talk you off of that. Going over here to this Golden State Warriors game. Dort, his threes are being played. I just want to see if he's going to be in the lineup. He took 9 threes. You can look at some attempts for some of these players and stuff like that as well. This game, Golden State, favored by 2.5 here. Over under 233, minus 117. Best line, Golden State Warriors on what's that? No vig. Team totals: Denver over, under. Team total for Denver 115. Golden State Warriors team total 118.5. Okay, so that's how if you want to look at things, that's how you can look at it. Cam Johnson, they got in. He'll be entered into the start lineup, so it looks like he'll be at that 3 position. Okay, so Jamal Murray, versus Golden State Warriors, we could take a look at that. Now, I don't mind his rebounds, his assists, rebounds and assists, PRAs. I don't mind a lot of that stuff, right? I didn't go back and look at none of his preseason numbers, but he should be good, right? He should be good. I like the makings of this team, the starting lineup, and a couple of additions that they have on the bench. So you're gonna have to watch out for these guys, right? So, I can't talk you off anything for Jamal Murray, right? Don't know. Let me see who's running the 2. Christian Braun, right? So, boy, this is going to be interesting. I guess he'll be stuck with Curry, right? And we know he's not the best defender. 1.5 points is not out of the realm of possibilities, okay? So, man, this is a good matchup. It's going to be a good matchup. Yeah, it should be a good matchup. I'm expecting to see Curry pop out today, okay? Because Jamal Murray should be coming at him pretty hard today. Should be coming at him pretty hard today. Right. So, assists. Boy, the lack of data and stuff that we have, don't let that get to you. I mean, we got data from last year, but this year, it's going to be weird, right? Christian Braun, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Joker. Well, I will say, of course, right? Let me see. Triple double for Joker. You get that at plus 156. That's going to have to be in play with the weapons that he got around him, right? It's going to have to be in play with the weapons that he got around him. We know, Joker, we know he can be aggressive sometimes, and sometimes he don't be aggressive, right? That's the Joker we're gonna have to deal with for a while, right? We're gonna have to keep on dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? So, but the peripherals is always something that we can always look at. The rebounds are sitting at 11.5, if you want to get there or not. And how about his assists? His assists sitting at 9.5. Versus Golden State Warriors, he's over his last 10 games. He's over this number in 7 of 10. And then the 3-ball, which I'm falling back on the 3-ball today, right? I just want to see how this game's going to go, or I might bet it live. But his last, his last 10 games, he ran it up on their ass. 33, 38, 32, 34. What were these games? Oh, 12-3. Yeah, they weren't playoff games. He just was coming out beating their ass. All right. So whatever you want to do for Joker. His points sitting at 28.5. First game action, I don't know how this one's gonna play out. I don't. I'm not opposed to getting to anything here though, right? First game, whatever you want to do. These are his numbers here versus Golden State Warriors. So it looks like he wants to, get them whenever he can get a chance. I think he likes to get. He took 24 shots here. Who played this game? Murray played. Westbrook, Strother, Braun, Porter Jr. Okay. Okay. Aaron Gordon versus Golden State Warriors. I was looking at Aaron Gordon for his rebounds, possibly his assists. He's over his rebounds in 8 of 10 versus this team, and his assists in 7 of 10 versus this team. Would automatically put his points in play at 14.5. So you could look at him for points, PRAs, and things like that. Just got to have to figure out the rotations, right? Or the defensive matchups. I don't know who they would start today. They start Draymond Green at the 5. I don't know. Who would guard Gordon? Do you put? I don't know who you even put on him. So they start Draymond Green. Okay, so he'll see somebody like if they start Draymond Green, he'll see somebody like either Kuminga or Jimmy, and then either Kuminga or Jimmy will get Cam Johnson, right? So you 5.5 rebounds. I couldn't talk you off of that. See, I'm probably going to end up doing same game parlay for this one with a couple of rebounds here and there and shit and see what I can do. Because Cam Johnson, I like his rebound prop as well at 3.5. He's over this number versus Golden State Warriors a few times, but he's 5 for 8 actually. But in general, he's 7 for 10 in his last 10 games. And then it's 2.5 assists. He's over in 9 of his last 10 games. And with a team, he hasn't had a team like this. Every time Cameron Johnson passed the ball, it's probably going to be a potential assist opportunity. So 2.5 assists should not be out of the realm of possibilities. Like I said, with that weak-ass team he was playing with, he was over that line in 9 of his last 10 games, right? And if you put the rebounds and assists together, so his points and assists over in 7 of his last 10. Points plus rebounds, 7 of his last 10. 8 of 10 for his rebounds and assists, and PRAs, 8 of 10. So it is what it is with that situation. Of course, it's remaining to be seen what's going to happen here because it's a different team. But he has had the ability to get 7 assists, 6 assists, right? 8 assists, 5 assists, and stuff like that. See the small forward. Let me pull up Game Day, NBA 2024, 2025, small forward, assists. Golden State Warriors. Last year, they didn't give up many assists. They was around the middle of the pack, giving up assists to the small forward position. What were they giving up to the small forward position in general. Per game. How about totals? Golden State Warriors. Not much. Small forward position. Okay. That point guard position. Assists. I know Denver was up there. Chicago was up there. Point. Okay. 1.5 threes, 2.5 threes plus money. He's going to hit this number more often than not. Here's a guy that's a marksman that knows how to get open, and with the offensive threats that they have, there's definitely room for him to hit the 2.5 threes. Not going to put it up there because we already know he's a 3-point threat. His points prop sitting at 15.5. Remains to be seen what's going to happen there. Christian Braun, man, this team looks good right now. This team looks pretty good right now. Christian Braun, he's hit that 3 in 5 straight games versus OKC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight games versus OKC in the playoffs. Some needing him to step up. Some of these guys to step up here. So the 1.5 threes, that's interesting. Versus Golden State Warriors, his last 2 games versus Golden State Warriors, he's hit this number. He's hit. No. It's only hit that number versus Golden State Warriors twice for the threes, but the rebounds, he's about 50%, a little bit over 50% to this rebounding number versus Golden State. Points prop for him is at 12.5. Here's a guy that can get hot, can get busy. Moving up, he's not actually going to get better. Last 2 times he's faced Golden State, he's had double digits. And Jamal Murray. I ain't gonna say I have no choice but to like Jamal Murray, but I like Jamal Murray. Going over to the bench here. This guy is going to be very interesting. Bruce Brown. Going to be very interesting. He's got a points line at 5.5. He could come in and play the 1, 2, and the 3. I would imagine. Yeah. He can get his minutes like that. I know they liked him. He found his way back. He's got some lines here. He's got a 5.5 point line. A 3 line of a half a 3. Rebounds at 2.5. Assist at 1.5. Let me if I can see something here. Let me see. Yes. First motherfucker I see. Oh shit. Let me see. Go to state. Can I get a look at? I forgot how you do that shit. Let me look on my phone. I could get his whole preseason game log. I just want to see something. Try to get it one little feel at how I might want to use him. Okay. First game, he played 15 minutes, 2 assists, 2 points, 1 from 3 from beyond the arc. 17 minutes. The next game, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 assist. The third game, he didn't score. He played 16 minutes. Then he played 15 minutes versus the Bulls, 5 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Then he played 25 minutes versus OKC, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. 25 minutes, who played that game? Joker didn't play. Mostly none of the starters didn't play that game. The game before that, he played 20 minutes. Who played that game? Jamal Murray. That game he had 30. How many threes is we taking? Okay. Cam Johnson. Not that high of usage there in the preseason. He played 5 games. 2 of those games he took 7 threes. Played 24 minutes max in 4 games, 20 minutes in every game except for 1. I expect him to get around 25 minutes at the very least and about double-digit shot attempts. All right, well, we could probably look at triple-double for Joker or assists or something. Got to look at his assists. Definitely going to be in play. But, man, Bruce Brown should get around 20, minimum 20 minutes here. I would expect where he can get minutes behind the 1, 2, and 3 guards. So he could be in line to crush some of these numbers, right? So of value, somebody that you might want to, so you'll get Christian Brown. So we don't have numbers out for him here. We don't have lines out for him there. What about rebounds? We don't have lines out for him there for about rebounds. What about 365? Bruce Brown. Okay, he got the 5.5. What about the Bruce Brown right here, 20 points. Okay, Bruce Brown. $5 points for Bruce Brown, minus 155. 10 at a plus 375. 15 at a plus 1,500. And 20 at plus 4,000. I'm just saying. But what about his rebounds? Three rebounds for minus 145, 5 rebounds for plus 320, and then assists. What do you got there? Assists for 3 assists plus 180, 5 assists plus 900 for 5 assists. Shit might not have apply today, but don't say we didn't go through it, right? Don't say we didn't go through it. And so the 2 dark horses I'll be looking at here is the few dark horses I'll be looking at here would be threes made 2 for Wiggins or better, or Kason Wallace plus 160 for 2. And Al Horford Plus money for 5 boards. He just coming off a game where he had 5 boards. He's capped at 20 minutes. He's capped at 20 minutes. Let me see. What's up, Mackie? He's capped at 20 minutes. I'm getting ready to get out of here. He's capped at 20 minutes, and Buddy Hield too. I forgot about Buddy Hield, but he's capped at 20 minutes. His rebound sitting at 4.5 at plus money. Versus Denver, he's had a decent rebound, right? He's over this line in 7 of his last 10 games. 8 games versus Denver, but the minutes were there, right? So we could probably clock him. I ain't going to say max because I don't know 20-minute limit. If he could go out there and get 23 minutes, 5 rebounds is not out of the realm of possibilities. And then there's more, right? Because we don't have a 3-point line. We might have a 3-point line on him at 1.5. He just stepped out. He took 4 threes last game, okay? He hit 1 of them. So, then he also took 7 shot attempts in general. He got to 20.2 minutes. Like I said, Curry's got him capped off at 20 minutes, but maybe he might be able to steal 25 minutes because he's already been ruled out for the next game, right? He's not playing no back-to-backs. He's already been ruled out for the next game. Just something to keep in mind, okay? You know, who the fuck are they going to put on him, right? So, on Joker. So, you know what I'm saying? The Joker, you know what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying. So, you know, they can use him to hit a few threes. He can stretch them out. So, Horford, 2 threes could be in play. You know, Golden State Warriors love the fact that he can shoot the 3. They will find him, right? They will find him. Shout out to my boy, man. I forgot his name. He hit them 3s last night with Brook Lopez. 2 threes was plus 2 something. I think he got up to 4 threes at like a plus 1,000 or 2,000 or some shit. I don't even know, man. But, man, he cashed in on that. But, let's see. 3-pointers made. Threes made. Al Horford, 2 threes plus money, 3 threes plus 400, 4 threes plus 1,000. Al Horford. And then the rebounds for Al Horford, like I said, Podge is a good rebounder, okay? So you could look out for his ass too, but Horford, 5 rebounds, 7 rebounds plus 350. Okay. So, went through that slate. Not my favorite slate. For same game parlays, though, I think I like the Golden State Warriors game a little more, right? I think I like the Golden State Warriors game a little more. As far as the Golden State Warriors side of things here, what you see is what you get, if you ask me. I don't bet on, Jimmy that much and stuff like that. Kuminga is very interesting, especially in the rebounding category for me. His line sitting at 4.5. He played 32 minutes last game. He had 6 assists as well. So his rebounds and assists are something that you can look at. He hit his points line at 17 as well. So his points plus rebounds, he's over this number in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 straight games. And his PRAs, he's over this number in 5 games. Better team he's going up against right now, though. If I can see if you want to take a rain check on it, but rebounds are something that I'm not opposed to going to. Right now, it's just I'll probably be able to make certain decisions when I find out, start lineups and stuff like that. Because I would definitely want Jonathan Kuminga to start if I was to even go there, right? So, because last game they started Kuminga and Jimmy, and they put Draymond Green at the 5. Don't know how this is going to work out today. Okay, I don't. I don't know how this is going to work out today when it comes from the starting lineup. And more often than not, when you got Joker coming in, you got motherfucking big Valanciunas coming in right behind him, right? So, the Warriors going to need some size. And if you want to jump on up 4.5 rebounds for Al Horford, I don't blame you. And his threes, because he'll be able to stretch Joker out, sitting around that 3-point line. And, if he does find a way to get more than 25 minutes, that opens up rebounds for other guys, right? If he can pull Joker away from the rim, at least on the defensive end, that open up rebounds for guys like Draymond Green, Aaron Gordon, and, all the other usual suspects. So we already know Joker is a triple-double threat. That's something that we can definitely look at there. And I don't know how I feel. As far as a matchup side here, I like the matchups right here. I like the matchups for both guards, okay? When you got Steph Curry here, the best matchups on the board, I think Joker has the best matchup on the board. As you can see, throughout the last games, he was smashing their ass, okay? Now, Curry and Jamal Murray, both of those guys are defensively challenged, so there you have it. They can fight amongst each other, okay? On the shooting side, they I don't know, man. Denver might, no. But versus Denver here, Curry's points at 25.5. I couldn't talk you off the over there. Jimmy was pretty aggressive last game as well. Jimmy, I think you look at Jimmy. You can look at Jimmy's free throws as well. Field goal attempts. Field goal usage. My 3-pointers is usage, potential assists, rebound chances. Where's the free throw filter at? Free throws made, free throws attempted. I can add in the free throw attempt right there. Bam. Okay, so now field goal percentage and then the free throws right here. So the attempts for him, 6 attempts last year. No, 10 attempts, 6 attempts. You know they got that free throw bet. Him and Draymond Green got that free throw percentage bet that he will have a better free throw percentage than Stephen Curry, but that's neither here nor there. And that's what they brought him there for, because they didn't have anybody going to the line. So, where our free throw line for him? Let's see. Free throws attempted. We have 8.5 for SGA. That's pretty much always in play. And for Jimmy Butler, we have 6.5 free throw attempted. And I like that. I do like that. I do like that. Taking it to the basket, trying to challenge Joker and the rest of that interior defense. I like that. I do. Free throws made, got to be around 4.5 or 5.5. Probably 5.5. Free throws made. SGA 7. I like it, right? He's over this line in 5 straight, 1 on a push. And then Butler, 5.5 free throws made, 6 free throws made. He'll have to hit 7 to cash that, right? Let me go over here to prop on 365. Threes, field goals made, field goals attempted, free throws made, free throws attempted. Okay. Free throws made. 6.5 for SGA. 5.5 at a -120. 5.5 is a -120. I think that's where you get it at, right there. Right there on that's made though. You gotta make them. 4.5 for Curry, 5.5 for Jimmy. Then we got the attempted line as well. Field goals attempted. That's 2-point field goals attempted. Free throws attempted. Okay. $7.5 for SGA. 8.5, but that's a parlay piece at a -175. So I see. That'll be 8.5 soon. If you want that parlay piece, you get it. I don't think they let you put in the same game parlay though. Jimmy Butler, 6.5 free throws attempted at -110. That's about on par. It's about on par. So I couldn't talk you off of that either. So that's it, man. That's it. You want to sprinkle that triple-double for Joker? Be my guest. Man. Rebounds and assists for Jamal Murray. I couldn't talk you off of it. I can't. 3.5. I can't. The way he rebounds, I can't talk you off of it, man. He's averaging. That was the last 10 games, but versus Golden State Warriors, he's averaging almost 4 rebounds. Go figure. Season numbers here. Season averages. He's averaging 4 rebounds on the season. And Cam Johnson. You can look at Cam Johnson in a multitude of different ways. You can look at his 3. You can look at his rebounds and his assists and or rebounds and assists. He wasn't with this team, but he was dishing out some rebounds. Assists with that weak-ass team. 7, 6, 8, 5, 4, 7, 6. If he don't take a shot, the pump fake it pass, it should be a dime, right? He's got better offensive players here. So, and then up at 9 of 10. That's the last 10 games. How about the last 20 games? No, that's last season. He averaged. So his season average was 3.5. All right. So, but he got on fire though. From dropping dimes, he got on fire. So, last 15 he averaged. He went 13 of 15 games. His last 15. His last 30 games, he was over this assist prop with a 2-to-1 ratio. 20 for 30, right? So, and then the rebounds, right? 3.5. I think that's right on par with what he can do, right? One's gonna fall in his hand. He gonna get one that's gonna fall. He gonna have to run for one. He gonna probably have to bang for 2 of them. But and I think he'll get around 20, 25, at least 25 minutes. Yeah, hello. Yeah, what up? I'm finna be doing all right. Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff here, right? It's a lot of stuff here. It's only 2 games. I'll be doing the same game parlay. Probably for both games, and something like some alternates. Still taking it easy. After a day, yesterday, I took a beating yesterday. For the people who didn't see, but I definitely did take a beating there for sure. When I'm looking at the L's and things like that, let me see. That was a Lakers game right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I went 3 and 5 yesterday, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 5. And then there's a bunch of other plays that I played, but no, those motherfuckers, those lost too. Those parlays I did, like picking parlays, stuff like that. But I only posted one because I was going to do about 20 plays yesterday, but I only posted one, right? The one that I felt most confident in, because I pumped the brakes. I'm like, okay, let me pump the brakes because it's the beginning, right? So what did I learn on a few of those bets? Harden's still going to drop the dimes. You still drop the dimes on Utah. Heard me. But Kessler hit 2 threes yesterday, right? But he had a game, right? So you could look at points plus rebounds for him. The close, Mark Williams didn't start. Diabate didn't start. Mark Williams closed though, right? The rookie started. No. The rookie started in Charlotte, rookie center. So I'm probably going to be cautious with Diabate. John Morant going to have to score. Took his assist, and then after careful consideration, looking at that roster, I had to take his points. So he put up like 33. I wish I would have took him for 30. His points was at 24 and a half. And a few other things that I learned. And I do know that Detroit probably won't be that bet-on team this year. And I said that earlier. I had no idea the Bulls are going to come out there and beat them. Still gets busy on Duran, right? He continued. We went over that shit earlier. He had like 20-something versus his ass again. Like his last 5 out of his last 6 games, he's been smoking him. But he got into foul trouble. Duran still getting into foul trouble, man. Still getting into foul trouble. Fuck my money up. The rotations are very interesting, right? Brooklyn Nets, Charlotte. Charlotte, keep an eye out on Charlotte. Bane, just like I said, right? Like I know. They brought Bane in here to stretch that motherfucking defense, right? They brought him in to stretch that defense out. They was not hitting no threes, bro. They was not hitting no threes. Bane comes in, hits 3 of them, efficient, 3 of 6. That's what they want, right? That's what they want, right? Norman Powell. I'm sorry, right? The threes, but I was on the threes were plus money. How did not take it? How did not take it? The Heat culture. You know they don't mind Tyler Herro taking 10, 12 threes, right? He took 8, was very efficient, 2.5 threes were plus money. I called out, I missed that money. Instead, Aaron Wiggins in a parlay, not Aaron Wiggins, yeah. Andrew Wiggins in a parlay, 1 for 5 for 3, fucked me up. Bam, got the double-double. I wasn't on that, though. Trey, I knew it was over with after the first quarter, right? The 1.5 threes for Porzingis, yes, please, right? He ended up hitting 4. So, watch and see how this shit play out. Toronto, Poto fouled out. He got the 1.5 assists for the parlay piece. I don't know what to do with those guys. I'm gonna have to need some more. Edgecombe got busy. Tyrese Maxey still doing Tyrese Maxey things, and for a minute, I thought like, damn, man, I was gonna take Jaylen Brown assist up to 6. But for a minute, I see him coming out with those assists. I'm like, damn, he finna go crazy. And then, boom, he stopped. Pulled up and stopped on 4. But White, still doing White things. He took 13 threes. John Morant. Bucella's had a dub. Shout out to that boy. Giannis going to have one of those years. Clippers, old, man. Old as old. Dallas, I took Dallas 23, minus 2.5. Wemby went out there looking like Iverson, Elijah Wan, all types of shit wrapped in one. Like, Wemby could wait for the first game to do all that shit. And he knew he was going to deal with somebody like Lively. Bring your ass here, right? And then Phoenix, I don't know how Phoenix came back and won that game. I don't know, right? What I do know is, like I said, Mark Williams played 23 minutes off the bench, 6 points, 11 rebounds, 23 minutes. They have to get him into that lineup. Also started when he started. I knew I wasn't finna hit my prop for him. Right? I knew I wasn't finna hit my prop for him. I wasn't. I knew it. Booker, he had 31 points. He was my cover boy. We know he was going to have himself a ball, right? He's going to continue to do that. He's going to have to put the ball in the rack. His assists might go down because, you know what I'm saying? They need to start Williams, though. All right, so maybe I can put a parlay together here. Let me see. Let me go to rebounds. Now, with Benedict Mathurin, if there's no Dort, then I like him. I like him for sure. Nembhard should be in for something. One good hell of a game or hell of a season. And then, you know, no TJ McConnell to start off, so it is what it is. So, 11.5 rebounds, 1.5 rebounds. Jimmy Butler, 4.5. They go straight to 5.5 for Horford. They dirty. So dirty mothers. Pascal Siakam. gonna be on Pascal Siakam more often than not. I can see instances where him getting there and Chet getting there. I wouldn't take the under for Chet. Wouldn't take the under for Siakam. Wouldn't take the under for SGA either. Wiggins, I like the 1.5 threes for Wiggins. And then the rebounds. This could be a spot where Isaiah Hartenstein can get his rebounds at. Should be able to get a spot for him to get his rebounds. I didn't check what that number was. 9.5. I could trust it. I can trust it. This team's gonna play some small ball. Benedict Mathurin is an okay rebounder as well. 2.5 rebounds, 5.5, 4.5, 3.5 is a demon. Interesting. 2.5, 10. Aaron Gordon. I don't see they don't have Cam here for his rebounds. Oh, there you go. 4.5. I think we got to go Curry points. I'm going to put Curry points. Old man up there. Curry points. How about what we say for Jimmy? Free throw attempts. Free throws made for Jimmy. Joker free throws made. Joker free throws made. That's a low-key prop for Joker. Free throws. I think we go with Joker assists. Free throws made 5.5 for him. 6 for the push. SGA 7, 10, 11. Something different for him. I'll try SGA 7 free throws made. Can we get that 1.5, 3? Holmgren, Mathurin, Wallace. Boy, that's going to be, yeah. I think we get value with that Wallace. There's Wiggins, though. 2.5. They only give you 2.5 for Wiggins because they know. Chet, I don't know about that for Chet, right? How about we go with the 20 points for Pascal? I think that's warranted. I think 17.5 points for Chet. I think we can go with that, and probably something like maybe assists or something like that for Joker. Something interesting. If we can get the 9 assists, let's try that, right? 9 assists, 10 for the win, right? You got 9 assists for Joker, 17.5 points for Chet. You can take that down if you want. Pascal, 20 points. SGA, 7 free throws made, 25.5 points for Curry is a lot, but never know, right? 3.5 rebounds for Jamal Murray. I'm gonna leave that at that. That's not set in stone for me. I need a little bit more time to think about that. But this is a base right here, right? This is a base right here, right? It's a base. I'm probably gonna end up, if they don't get their ass blown out, because Nembhard gonna have the ball a lot, man. Don't know. I don't know. And then the points, Jackson liked that one play. I probably wanted to play at the under 14.5 for Naismith. Now it's at 14 points, under 14 points. I don't think I'll go there, but and then Aaron Wiggins. I like the spot for Aaron Wiggins. So it's a multiple things that I'm going to probably even taking a look at. Kaysen Wallace, Wiggins. I do need to know if Dort's going to be in. Other than that, I did have a couple plays to the side here. I'll show you guys that on Doink here. Aaron Wiggins, 1.5 3 points made. Holmgren, over 17.5 points. Horford, over 4.5 rebounds. I'm playing that. Cam Johnson, I'm really close to playing that 3.5 rebounds for him. The rebounds for Mathurin could be in play, should be in play. And Hartenstein, 3.5 assists along with his rebounds, or you can look at rebounds and assists, and or the double-double for Hartenstein. I don't think they can run him off the floor. Maybe they can run him off the floor. I don't think they got enough shooting to run him off the floor, but we will see. All right. Nice going over the slate with y'all. We have a bigger slate tomorrow. I got to go get my haircut and shit tomorrow. Maybe I might drop some plays, and who knows after that. All right. Peace out.